So this game was made for the Candy Jam that went on, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. And basically what the Candy Jam was about was King, the creators of Candy Crush Saga, went crazy and tried to like take down all these games that had anything to remotely do or look or sound like in comparison to their game, Candy Crush Saga. So like if it had candy in the title or Saga, or you know, had even remotely the same gameplay or anything else like that, they were trying to like take them down. And so a lot of people, you know, wanting to go against this through a game jam where you are intentionally supposed to make games with the words candy or crush or saga or something else like that, and parody the look of the game or the gameplay of the game and so forth. Now, our game doesn't parody the gameplay so much because it's not a puzzle game, but it does parody the look. As you can see, the character in the upper left there is very obviously based off, you know, the character in that game. And as this is a parody work, it should be perfectly fine underneath, you know, copyright and so forth. However, the game is a shoot 'em up, which, you know I love shoot 'em ups. I've got a whole bunch of playthroughs of shoot 'em ups on my channel. And I wanted to try and get the word out about this game so that hopefully you can try it and see if you can beat it and so forth, because it is not an easy game. Now, I'm not going to do a full playthrough of the game because I want, you know, there still to be some surprises like the end boss and so forth, which I drew myself with my amazing art skills. But I'm going to go through the intro here and show you the basics of gameplay and, you know, a little montage of like later points and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So this is your candy shop.
Oh yeah, I did voice acting for the intro to the game, and I use the term voice acting loosely.
Suddenly, your door is flung open. A very butthurt man appears. He declares an order of the king that he will be taking all your candy and imposing a 500 million% tax on anyone who sells candy. And with that, he activated his butthurt powers and took all the candy in the store in a flash. The man then stopped before leaving and offered to sell you back your candy as DLC for $1 million. You did not have this though, so he left without somehow burning your entire shop down. Then you got real mad, bro, and you were like, it's my candy, and I need it now! Then you remember you owned a plane, so you were like, okay, gonna poop on the king, and so you set off to do just that. On the way to your plane, you remember that the arrow keys move your plane, and that holding down spacebar fires your bullets. Along the way, you might find a magical candy scroll that will increase your firepower, so be sure to pick those up. And away you go! Oh!
So yeah, programming this game was fun. It was considerably easier to program this game, I'll say, than it was a Catastrophic Date, which is another game that Lisa and I made, which I've also linked in the info you should check out. But yeah. And also, by the way, feel free to make videos of this game. Like, I'm encouraging people to make videos of this game, you know, get the word out about the game. So here you are in your little ship, and you fire your bullets, and there's 4 types of enemy planes. There's the purple ones that fire diagonal shots, the orange ones that fire randomized shots, and then you've got the green ones that fire a big old wave of shots, and they're the hardest to defeat, and then the gray ones that fire a single straightforward shot that goes really fast. Your life bar on the upper left in there can take 3 hits, so you can take 1 hit, 2 hit, and if you take a 3rd hit, you're down, and that's pretty much it. And so you want to get rid of the planes as fast as you can, because they'll start to, like, you know, clog up the screen and everything else like that with the bullets, and you don't want that. You can also touch the ground. That's why she's got her wheels out, you know, because she's on the ground. Oh, and there you go, I flew right into the bullet. So that's what happens if you die. You start over at the beginning of the game every time you die. There are no checkpoints. The reason for this is because the game is only 1 level long, and it's not really that long of a level. And I mean, personally, you know, I'm pretty good at shoot 'em up games, and I've beaten it a bunch of times on just 1 credit. But I've seen people who aren't, you know, that skilled at shoot 'em ups finally get to the end and stuff like that. But it's not an easy game by any means. This is not a casual shoot 'em up, you know, despite Candy Crush being a casual puzzle game. This is definitely a harder shoot 'em up, especially in the later bosses and so forth. And so, yeah, so it gets going along here. And after a little while, you will get the first mini-boss, which should be coming up here any moment. And yeah, if you didn't know I program games, I'm not really an amazing programmer. I'm just doing this in Multimedia Fusion. But I do have multiple games coming out that Elise is doing the artwork for, and she did all the artwork in this game, and so forth. You know, that they're games that I'm doing the writing for. Elise is doing the artwork for, and then we've got another friend programming, and we've got a few of those games coming out. But here's the guy at the beginning of the game. There's more henchmen like him in there. Yes, they are firing their sunglasses. Now when you get a scroll, no matter how much damage you've taken, you will immediately heal your life back up, and you get a more powerful shot, as you can see here. So now we're up to 3 shots at once, and so forth, so could do some pretty good damage with those. Just not really saying anything here because, you know, it's just, you just gotta dodge the shots and everything, can't die. The hitbox on the plane is rather small, or big, it's the size of the plane, so it's not like a Japanese shoot 'em up where there's a small hitbox in the middle of the plane. And that's just because, again, I made the bullets travel slow enough that this shouldn't be an issue. You can notice the city starting to come in there on the bottom of the screen. Little graphical effects I programmed in there to be fancy. That parallax scrolling with the mountain in the background.
You son of a... Please pay $5 million to read the rest of the King's dialogue.
And so now, after this, you go to the next boss, which is a flying robot king head that fires a bunch of shit at you. And you die right there. The thing is, that's not even the hardest boss, and it's not even the final boss. There's actually more bosses after that. So, yeah, including, like I said, you know, the boss that I drew. So you should definitely check out the game, and if you're looking for a shoot 'em up challenge, this will give it to you, I promise you. I'm really not kidding though, that final boss is insane. But it is beatable, I've beaten it a bunch of times. Anyways though, the link's in the info, you can check out the game, it's free to download, free to play, absolutely make videos of it. All the music in this game is copyright free. It's all from various copyright-free music places and all that stuff, and yeah, so that's about it. And I will let you all know when more games come out from us, and our Game Jolt profile and stuff like that has a catastrophic date on it too. If you want to check that out and make more videos of it and stuff like that, I know a lot of people have already, which I highly appreciate. But that is about it. And I'm gonna just crash right into those guys. There you go. That's how you do it. Bye. This is insane.